G'day, this is Captain Noob and this is the Luger P08 pistol. So this thing right here is an historical weapon that was used by the German Empire all the way back during World War I and a few subsequent wars later, and for some reason it's got a bit of a gaping hole in there missing. I'm not sure what that's all about, but all in all that looks like a solid mesh and textures are right there. So getting into receivers here, this thing is only semi-auto, so we'll definitely chuck that up to an advanced receiver. And for the grips, whilst they don't actually give you any modifications to the object, they give you increased stats with the comfort grip, so we'll go with that. And we'll go for a quick ejector mag for better reload speed. Nothing to do in the sights here, just the standard sights that you see up the top as we get into it. And for the muzzles, they do give us a suppressor, which I am thankful for, and we'll definitely chuck that on. And of course you've got a legendary effect if you want it, and we might even put one on later on when this thing gets into action and doesn't really perform as well as it should. But yeah, this is our Luger P08 pistol. Let's get in a Gunner's Plaza and then we get to see some animations for this thing. Okay, in Gunner's Plaza, and this is the Luger P08 in first person. Now you might notice a couple of the animations here. These aren't shipped with the mod itself. These are actually things that I put on it. So normally this thing uses deliver animations, and I've gone ahead and chucked in the one-handed pistol animations for third person there, and the one-handed animations in first person. The first person one is made by War Daddy, and the third person one is made by Goji28, who made all those cool samurai flip mods with all of the melee weapons like that. So yep, now this thing is held in one hand in first person and third person, and we get to see some of War Daddy's cool animations again. So we've got these gunners here, which will engage pretty fast. We've only got 8 bullets in a mag here, so we're going to have to make sure we make the best use of them. And there you go, there's a reload animation there, which is made for the deliverer, so I'm pretty sure the pulling the charging handle back like that doesn't really work for a Luger, but we'll roll with it anyway. And doing sneak attack criticals with this thing makes this thing do quite a lot of damage. We're able to take out that legendary gunner almost with 5 shots, which is pretty good for a pistol that only does 162 damage with the advanced receiver. So let's go ahead and shoot some of these gunners now. So using this in first person, you can fire this thing pretty fast, and the animations aren't really intrusive, although the gun does kick up quite a little bit. And since it's a rather large gun anyway, pistol I should say, and there's a sprint animations, it does sort of obscure your view while aiming. Thankfully we've got third person to compensate for that. So, oh wow, she just picked up a rocket launcher. I think you're compensating there for something. Anyways, we'll go ahead and just finish off with a crit there. Nice cinematic view of that. And then we'll get rid of these turrets next, and doing pretty good damage there. Now one of the main limitations of this weapon that I'm seeing already is just the sheer, lack of bullets that you get in a mag when compared to other sort of weapons. And as you can tell there, with my terrible aim, we managed to blow all 8 of those bullets by trying to shoot that gunner but failing miserably every time. So now we have to just kill that gunner there. We managed to get a bash from all the way out there, and we'll go ahead and just finish her off like that. And a little bit of hip firing. You can see this thing is going to be quite accurate when doing that. And wow, this thing is quite underperforming because normally I don't hit Nerd Rage by this time, but with all of those damage perks activated now, I'm doing 450 a shot, which is good, although we're going to lose a little bit of time with Nerd Rage here because those bloody doors took so long to open. Almost 4k damage on that stick attack crit, so we'll try to roll with this high damage for as long as we can. We'll just try to one-shot everyone. Got 1400 damage on that one, and another 400 on that, although we are now in danger, so it's probably time to play this a little bit more conservatively. Alright, let's just go ahead and kill that gunner. I think we're still getting the damage benefits. Okay, now they're gone. We're not hitting them for 500 anymore, unfortunately, but we got a little bit of regeneration there, so if we've just come above the threshold of 20%, well, we might actually have another Nerd Rage ready to go, but I don't believe that's the case because it would have procced by now. We'll quickly just finish off that gunner with a shot to the head there. Down you go. And we'll get rid of that turret too. And might as well test this out in VATS against this dude here. So how many shots do we get? We get so many shots, just like the deliverer itself. I'm pretty sure this thing's just basically inherited most of its stats from the deliverer, because I believe they're both European weapons. I'm not really sure where the deliverer comes from, but it's actually based off a real life weapon and one of the true uniques in this game, which is good. Since that gunner was so unaware, we'll just simply one-shot her with a sneak attack crit to the head, and we'll come around this time for that. And also, the sprint animation's a little bit strange. It looks like a Call of Duty animation, but sure, we'll roll with it. We managed to kill that gunner there, and we'll try to shoot this one there. Okay, now she's gone and tried to hide herself behind those terribly bad hitboxes of terrain there, so we'll just go ahead and... That was a good throw. She threw her assault rifle at me as a post-mortem attack. Good on you for that. Alright, so we'll quickly finish off that gunner there, and yeah, the main limitation of this thing, if you've got an aim like me, is it's obviously low ammo capacity there. And also, what were you doing? Were you just doing I think she was trying to dance around with her assault rifle. I think she loves the weapon a little bit too much. And with the disarm there, thanks to Gunslinger, we're able to kill that gunner nice and easily after disarming that big bad rifle from her hands. And there you have it. That was the Luger P08 in Gunner's Plaza there. Doing pretty good damage. It's obviously a low damage pistol type weapon, so it is well within the balance of the game, which is nice. But if you get it lucky enough to keep doing sneak attack criticals, you can actually do pretty well with this weapon. Have a stim pack. We'll move on to a monster. I don't think this thing is quite cut out for taking out high level super mutants. Okay, time to take out a high-level super mutant, even though I said we're not going to do that, but that's different. Swan's a big guy and he likes to take sneak attack criticals, so hopefully with gratuitous sneak attack critical spammery, we'd be able to kill this guy nice and easily. And yeah, looks like we'll be doing just that as long as we can stay nice and hidden, but in case he does see us, we'll just go ahead and backpedal to make sure he doesn't. And if we can just get those headshots through that little thing of his there, shielding his face, we can do quite a bit of damage. So if we shoot him in the leg, we're getting 468. So yeah, okay. If we manage to get those sneaky little headshots there, we get 935 damage on him, which is nothing to be sneezed at for a pistol doing that, even with sneak attack criticals. So yep. Basically, this weapon is going to be carried by sneak attack criticals, so if you're going to use this, bloody hell, use it with a suppressor, unless you're playing on lesser difficulties where the enemies are less tanky and more forgiving. But there you go, that was the power of the sneak attack critical in the Luger form, in the one-handed pistol form, and doesn't that feel great? Okay, we're gonna switch this up with a little bit of legendary effects now, because I think I've pretty much explored everything that this weapon has to offer, really. Righto, so knowing this thing is great with sneak attack criticals, I've gone ahead and chucked on my covert effect, which will give us an additional sneak attack multiplier. So right over there is a crazed Mirelurk Hunter, otherwise known as a big giant scary ass lobster. And with all of these extra sneak attack criticals, we're able to get some pretty good damage on him before he actually got us found there. So now that he's like this, we might as well just go ahead and use VATS to our advantage here. Since this thing uses such little AP, we'll be able to get quite a bit of damage on him there, and thanks to a little bit of concentrated fire, we get a little bit more damage. I think it's like a 20% more damage. It's not too much, but yeah, that's good. And for some reason, we're missing shots now, so that concentrated fire didn't really help out with that, and I think it was gun through that I was thinking of, but yeah, not getting too great damage there. And is there something on the other side? No, I think I just put my headphones on the wrong way. That's fine. Righto, what else could I do to you? More headshots in VATS. I think that is a good idea, because this is a pretty quick way of actually getting these attacks going, although it is faster to shoot him in real time, but it is probably more time efficient to do it this way. So with that, we're actually out of AP, and I think the best course of action to actually fight this guy and kill him as quick as possible is to try to slip back into caution, where we can actually do sneak attack criticals. We had him in caution for a second, but he ran over the hill there, and I was able to find us again. Now there's a little raider camp there, so if we just lure the giant ass lobster there, I think that would be a good idea. So raiders, could I have your attention please? Looks like some of them are aggroed, and with that, we might just be out of range of the lobster now, so he might go back to his pond area. So that's interesting. And in the meantime, we'll just take out that Mark 1 turret. Yeah, that'll do him in. And, oh, looks like the Mirelurk, looks like he's going to go down there. And I'm not sure whether those were sneak attack criticals, but that seemed to neutralize his health quite a bit, so that's good. Yep, those are definite sneak attack criticals. And we are killing him very fast there. You know what, we'll throw a critical into the mix there. With the one-handed pistol mod, it doesn't actually change your animations in the sneak mode, so I'm holding this with two hands for steadier aiming and all of that. Yeah, I'm making sense and role-playing and all that. Oh, who would have known? And, oh, that actually hit us too, so we are now in Nerd Rage, but we're still giving sneak attack criticals. So just like Mirelurk Queens, this guy's mum, I guess, he is actually super accurate when it comes to being able to put his spit on you when he doesn't actually see you, so that's kind of weird. And it's always sort of been odd that Mirelurks are actually able to put down spit exactly where you are, even when they don't really know where you are. And I think I just hit that tree, so I'm going to crit him instead. I think that should pretty much do him with all of the sneak attack going, and off he goes. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the raiders alone. I think they've got I think it spooked them having a giant lobster corpse just flip into their thing there, and oh, okay. You've got some T60 on you, so good on you for that, but now you're dead too, now you don't have it anymore. Alright, so that was that with a little bit more of a sneak attack punch, and though we didn't get sneak attacks consistently there, once we got them back, we're able to dispatch our lobster foe pretty quickly, so we'll go one more legendary effect and then we'll call it a video. Righto, so with the covert effect, we did play to the strengths of this thing, but let's play to the weaknesses now. So having an 8-round mag isn't all that good, but switching this to the never-ending effect, and never-ending bullets means you can just keep on firing, you can output a hell of a lot of damage here. Now when it comes to this bloody Mirelurk, who's tanky as hell, and will pausing to reload every 8 bullets will probably cut down our DPS enough to make fighting this dude quite dangerous, we might as well just go ahead and chuck on that never-ending effect there, and we'll get to work on this Mirelurk dude. So now he's sort of catching on to my position because he is facing me and strafing in the direction there, and yeah, he's coming this way, so we might as well just back off and shoot him. Now, unlike Swan though, he actually does charge at you when he's in a caution state, so it's probably best if we just sort of maximize our rate of fire just by smashing that mouse button one as fast as we can and outputting as many sneak attack criticals as we can just until he dies, and there he goes there. So with the never-ending effect attached to this, you can have yourself a good time killing giant beasts that take lots of bullets to kill. It definitely increases its damage potential and DPS when you don't have to stop for reloads, and it makes it a little bit more fun to use in a way too, although the reload animation is pretty good and I don't want to miss out on that 100% of the time, but that's an idea of how to make this thing a little bit better without any use of external modding, just with a legendary effect. So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out that description. This is definitely on PC, and if it is on Xbox One, which it might be, this is quite an old mod, then links will be in the description too. And also, if you want to check out these animations, I'll also leave a link there too, but I'm not sure if you can find these both on PC and Xbox One like you maybe could with the weapon. But stay tuned, we'll maybe see these things through, but yeah, if they're down there, they'll be down there. So thank you for watching, guys.